Yo team, what is going on? Nothing exciting happening this week, sorry about that, but I am going to talk you through how to set your recomp up so it's actually successful, because I think that's something a lot of people have reached out and said, that recomps can be difficult. And I also take you through a few different training days, because I was through in Glasgow training at Extreme Gym. So have a watch, like, comment, subscribe, message me if you've got any questions. Bye. Excuse how noisy it is, but I've been in Glasgow for a couple of days, so been training at Extreme Gym, so you can see some footage from there. I am aware that for some reason I film every pull session I do. That is not on purpose, but anyway, some of it is pull footage. First of all, just ignore my beard because, needs trimmed, but I've not had time to do it, or I've not been to the barber to get it done. As I mentioned last week, on this recomp, so I'm 5.5 kilos down now, sitting at like 89 point something, and my performance is just through the roof. Obviously, lats feeling a little bit better. I just trained pull there, and as you can see from my t-shirt, some amount of sweat going on there, but yeah, my performance, don't know what's going on with the light, here we go, my performance is just through the roof, like numbers going up everywhere, numbers in the logbook that I've not touched before. Now obviously I'm on gear, so I'm not going to lose muscle in a recomp, but it puts me in such a good position for, if I can continue to keep the performance where it is, when we start to go back into the gaining phase, which won't be that long, it'll be like in probably August, so 5 weeks, it's going to fly. And I think that is one thing that people really don't look at when they're going into a dieting phase of recomp. As soon as their weight moves, they instantly think they're weaker, whereas I just feel more efficient because I've got more air in my lungs. I can recover faster, which is then really helping. So solid training. I've been through in Glasgow because it's been Robin's sister's birthday, so I trained push on Saturday, which I'll put some videos up. It was very good because obviously, as I said, it's my weaker area, but I'm now starting to really find my groove with it. Some good movements as well. I kept the program very similar to what I already do, but just different equipment. And then I've just finished training pull, as you've seen by how sweaty I am, and actually really good. So the lats firing now, just not loads. Obviously with the, I'm gonna walk backwards. I feel this is better. Is it? No. The lats starting to fire a bit more. Still not a 10 out of 10, but I can feel it contracting, so that's always a good thing. All the numbers there were bang on. I'm still keeping probably 1 or 2 reps in reserve just on pull for another maybe 2-3 weeks, just till I feel I'm absolutely on the money, because having been injured for so long, there's no point rushing it because it's just stupid. So if you do see me doing a set and you think he's got more in there, I do, but don't worry, a couple of weeks we'll be fucking going for it. I know what you're thinking, why has he got sunglasses on? Well, when it's not that sunny. Well, I live in Scotland, you've got to make the most of it. Secondly, I know what you're thinking, he's still not shaved. That's the next task for today. I'm going to give you my really quick thoughts and breakdowns on how to make your recomp successful, because it's something that, working with a lot of people who go through recomps and just speaking to people in general, people do find it difficult, because with a recomp, for those that don't know, it's like a mini diet phase. You're not going to get stage lean, but you are going to get slightly leaner. So the recomp would be used if you are carrying a bit too much body fat, or if appetite's gone, things like that. So the reason it can be hard is you do have a rough goal, but it's not like that big goal, that it's not the reason you get up in the morning. So people seem to find it very difficult to set up a way to sort of complete it or adhere to it. Now personally, I find them quite easy, because I always recomp when my appetite has got to a point that I can't eat anymore. So it's actually very nice to pull down a bit and be hungry again. Plus, I normally recomp when I'm at the point where my body fat or body weight is at a sort of high end, where performance starts to dip. And at the end of the day, I love training. So here are my tips to sort of make it a little bit smoother. So take it day by day. Don't be looking at, oh fuck's sake, this is how long I've got to do this. Just do the tasks you need to do, which is exactly the same as how you would do the dieting phase. Think about it as you're taking, and you're not taking 2 steps back, but this is the best way to think about it. You're taking 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward. So if you keep trying to push and your body fat's too high, the risk-free reward for how much muscle you're going to build compared with how much body fat you're going to put on isn't going to weigh up very well. So you will just put on a lot of body fat and then very little muscle. And that also means when you diet down for a shoot, a show, holiday, you're going to make it very fucking difficult, because it's not the most smooth way to do it, because you're going to have more body fat. So how you want to look at it is pretty simple. You are going to be in your recomp for X amount of time. Once you've pulled off the necessary body fat or got your appetite back, I'm going back this side, it's better. Once you've pulled off X amount of body fat or got your appetite back, you are then going to go back to progressing, growing, and you're going to put yourself into the best position you ever have. So every time I recomp, I pull down a little bit, and when I push back up, I look better at that body weight than I did before. If I didn't recomp, I would be slugging away at that body weight, and I would look worse. So my training performance doesn't dip in our recomp. I don't lose any muscle. All I'm doing is pulling off a little bit of excess body fat to put myself back in the position to grow. There's no blueprint with it. Some people need to recomp more than others, depends how consistent you are in your gaining phase, how hard you train, a few genetic factors, how fast you gain body fat. But the main thing you've got to look at it is, if your goals are to have an unreal physique, you need to do it at some point, because that small pull back, that small step back, will then get you in a better position to push. It's almost like just kind of sitting down for a bit before you run another marathon. You just need to kind of take a bit of a breather before you go. And believe me, it will help. So if you're struggling with it, just think about the big goal and just think that it's needed. Thanks for tuning in. Any questions, drop me a comment in the comment section or DM me on Instagram. Next week, I'm going to take you through a leg session in the Garage of Gains. So tune in for that.